How do I keep my strumming hand steady while I'm switching chords? So, in this lesson, we're going to go through a few practical examples on how you can begin to keep your strumming hand moving as you still change chords. So, the first thing to watch is this. It's that, like we've talked in a previous lesson, that the strumming hand should get priority over the chord hand because the strumming hand is keeping the thing going, is keeping your timing together. It's what would keep you playing with other musicians. So, for example, if you played with other players and you miss a chord change or you're late getting onto a chord, the whole group won't stop what they're doing and go back to where you now are with your playing. The song will continue to move on and it'll be up to you to jump back into where you're a bit behind. With your strumming hand, the fastest way to that is just train the hand. Train the chord hand to map what the strumming hand is doing. Now, I'm going to take it back to basics for this lesson because in the previous one we talked about a strum pattern, but at the most basic level, it would go like this. Let's just say you took 4 A minors and then 4 C's. Now there's a gap there. My hand didn't keep playing. So the trick with this is, if you're doing 4 downs on A minor, 4 downs on C, start by doing 5 downs on A minor and just really notice how your hand feels. Right, notice how it feels. Do that a couple of times. And then this time do 4 downs on A minor and 1 on C. So you still do the 5 strums, which your hand has gotten used to doing now. You do 4 downs on A minor, 1 on C. And again, think of the chord in advance, picture the finger going on, move super fast, urgency. All right, see the idea? So we're training the hand to change the chord. And of course, the fear might be there that, what if the chord is unclear? What if I strum it and it doesn't sound good because I'm now pushing it? That's okay, it's all part of it. And the last thing I'll share here about the chord change is, when you feel the pick hit towards the bottom strings, down around here, there's like a micro millisecond in my strumming when I strummed off this one and the movement of the fingers to get to the next one. Watch. So watch again, I'm going to get down to here, and the second the pick gets down to here, you're going to see this finger spring into action. It lifted. Again. Right? The opposite of that is this. Alright, so the second you're that, and move. And that way you'll train the chord hand to go between them a lot quicker. Now, of course, these methods, these approaches and frameworks, they're designed to work on the problem. But sometimes there could be a deeper problem underneath that one we're working on. So here's an example. You could try this out, and the 2 chords you're going between are A minor and F. And if I'm doing this, if I'm still making my F at that speed, the answer then is to do your chord change drill. It's to do 1 A minor, 1 F, 1 A minor, 1 F, and go back and over, right? So, and count them up in a minute. Because then you can get back to this, right? So, and like getting accurate on that going, but Dave, how do I know if it's a chord shape problem, a chord change problem, or it's that I'm just not changing fast enough? Well, if you look at the chord, if your fingers are kind of like, Joe, a baby deer being just after being born, or a baby horse trying to walk sort of thing on the fretboard, you got to spend more time on the chord shape, just putting the shape on, getting quicker at it, right? Or if the fingers are wiggling, or that thing is happening. Does this ever happen? I used to do it, where you go to put on a finger, then you suddenly go, do you know what? I might do this one instead. I'll get that faster. Then you go, no, I'll get this one instead. And you're kind of trying all the different fingers all at once for the shape, right? So that's the shape. Then the change, we want to drill the change well and good, right? And for that, I would spend, like in a previous lesson, I spoke about the 4 hours getting the F chord sort of thing, whatever it takes. Because once you have the work done, it's done, you know? And there's nothing worse than that feeling of looking up a song you like online and in the back of your mind, hoping it doesn't contain that chord you dread, right? Like the F chord. So that'll be the thing to watch. So you can drill the change like that. And then with those, then when you do something like this here with the 5 strums, that's how you'll know it's all coming together like that. All right, so have fun. And of course, that's what the community is here for. Ask questions if you're stuck. You'll find a post below this thread to share. All right, and I'll see you in the next one.